2 videos on the same day? Let's go! Hello everyone, it's Lel, and in this video we're going to talk about the episode summaries for the month of June. Happy Pride, baby! Happy Gemini and a little bit of Cancer era as well. We are gorgeous. Us Gemini legends are gorgeous. The Cancer legends are gorgeous as well. So in this video we're going to talk about the episode summaries for the month of June in wonderful PreCure. We don't have much. Honestly, the summaries that we have are very small and very simple, so we don't have much, but this month is very important because it marks the arrival of Cure Lillian. It will obviously have a lot of Cure Nyammy as well. There's a lot of stories going on. We are going to check out all in this video. So in this weekend, we're going to have episode 19, which is called Cure Lillian is Born. So in this episode, we are going to have Yuki overlooking Animal Town at night, and she is determined to protect Mayu even if Mayu hates her. Meanwhile, Mayu is worried about Yuki because she doesn't come home. And suddenly, the Garu appears again, and Nyammy goes to confront it. We've seen in the preview that there are some interesting events going on here in episode 19. The Garu is going to have a little bit of a different power. We're gonna see it doing something different to the cures this time. Ooh, honey, I am very, very curious to see how Cure Lillian's birth is going to be in the show. And now let's talk about episode 20, which is called I'm Not Scared If We're Together. In this episode, we're going to see Komugi and Iroha, probably Satoru as well, taking Mayu and Yuki to the Nico Garden. So this is the first time that Yuki will go to the Nico Garden. Mayu has already been there. Mayu already knows how Nico Garden is. She already knows MeyMey. And in this episode, MeyMey will talk to Yuki, and he will personally ask for Yuki's help to save the other kid-eating animals that have turned into Garu. Is Yuki going to be able to resist the charm of our king MeyMey? Obviously not, honey. Even the biggest of divas will accept a MeyMey wish, for sure. MeyMey is the king of our hearts. We love you, MeyMey. Who does not pay attention to MeyMey's speech? Well, the Inukai sisters, okay, we get it, but, you know, the others will. I promise you, MeyMey, or at least I hope so. So, I believe in this episode, we're already going to start seeing a little bit of Yuki's change of heart. We're going to see a different side of her, and she will probably start seeing things differently as well. She will start growing out of her overprotectiveness of Mayu, because now Mayu is also a cure, and Mayu will be able to protect herself and also help the animals. Mayu will want to help the animals. Probably Yuki will want to follow her and do this with her, especially with the title of the episode, I'm Not Scared If We're Together. Remembering that Cure Lillian's phrase after she transforms is Kowakunai, Kowakunai, which means don't be scared, don't be scared. This is a phrase that she mentioned in episode 18 to herself when Cure Nyammy went out to fight alone, and Yuki and Mayu was trying to encourage herself to leave the house. So she was saying Kowakunai, Kowakunai, so that she could leave the house. And this is what she is going to say as Cure Lillian. It is probably something like encouraging herself to be Cure Lillian and fight and help the Garugarus, and also telling the others and telling the animals at the same time, like, don't be scared, I'm here, Cure Lillian is here. I think this is going to be very cool. I cannot wait for this. And then the other episode that we have, the summary, is episode 21, which is called Mayu's and Yuki's School Life. In this episode, Yuki is going to be able to attend school, and she's going to go to the same school, obviously. In class, Mayu is going to work on embroidering handkerchiefs. So baby, Mayu will probably have a hard time following orders. We already know how Yuki will have a little bit of a hard time following orders. We already know how this is for her. So this is going to be, I am very curious to see her at school. And this is when we are going to see Yuki at school. Another thing that we're going to have this month, but we don't exactly know when, is the arrival of the Amity Ribbon Tambourine, which is Nyamy's and Lillian's weapon or purification item. We have already seen the Shiny Cat's pact with Nyammy, and now Lillian will get hers as well in episode 19, but we don't know when they're getting Amity Ribbon Tambourine. Maybe in episode 19 itself. I believe we won't. I believe we won't see it in 20 or 21. I think 21 is too late since the toy is already released. So episode 20 maybe for the Amity Ribbon Tambourine? Who knows? And now we have other episode titles as well, but we don't have the summary for them. We have episode 22, which is called Wonderful Go. This is it. It doesn't mention anything else. It doesn't mention anything other than this expression. So this is it. It's very hard to know or to theorize what's going to happen in this episode. And then episode 23, which is the first episode of July, is called My Wish is One. And well, this is another hard one to know what it's about. But since it's talking about wishes, we might be seeing a Tanabata episode in Wonderful PreCure. Tanabata is a cultural event that happens in Japan and in lots of other places in the world, in which you attend this event and you are able to write your wish and put it into the bamboo shoots like this. And so the wish you put there will turn into reality. This might be the case of episode 23. Nothing confirmed about it, but this might be, especially because we're talking about wishes, and the time of the year is usually when Tanabata happens as well. So this might be a Tanabata episode. This is not the first time we will have this in PreCure. We had this in Smile, we had this in Healing Good as well. I remember the recap episode from Healing Good, they were going into an event, and if I'm not mistaken, they also put their wishes onto a bamboo shoot as well. Tanabata has a very beautiful cultural history and like a cultural motive to exist. So it's a very beautiful story. I won't be able to explain here because I don't know like in a detailed way. But if you search for it, you're going to find a very beautiful story about Princess Orihime, if I'm not mistaken. And there's all the symbology of wishes and everything else, a story about love. And it's a sad story, a tragic story, but at the same time, it's like a hopeful one as well. So June seems to be an interesting month for Wonderful, don't you think so? Are you excited for the episodes this month? I'm very hyped. I cannot wait to see more of Yuki's development. I love how she serves, but I cannot wait to see how she's going to change from the Yuki she is now to a Yuki that will be part of Wonderful PreCure, the team. I'm very curious for that. I'm also very curious to see Cure Lillian in action, because that will mean Mayu has finally broken out of her shell, and she will be the one to be the owner of her own life. How nice is that? I cannot wait to see what Wonderful PreCure will bring us in this month of June. Anyways, babies, just wanted to take this little time to thank the Magical Cinnamon production team for this. Thank you very much. And also thanking the members of the channel. If you're a member here on YouTube, if you're a member on Patreon, if you support me on Throne, thank you very, very, very much. And if you've watched up until now, thank you so much as well. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.